Well, he was discovered via YouTube at the age of just 13. He's gone on to become one of the most successful and well-known men on the planet. Forbes magazine named him as one of the world's most powerful celebrities in the world.
You don't gotta talk me up like that, dude.
2011,
you don't gotta talk me up.
In 2011, 2012,
he's a human being. He weighs 140 pounds.
Yes, more Twitter followers than the entire population of Canada. He sold millions upon millions of albums. He's an actor, has 4 fragrances to his name. He's won 7 American Music Awards, 12 Billboard Music Awards, 12 MTV European Music Awards, 2 Grammy nominations. Put simply, what Justin Bieber hasn't done is only because he hasn't thought to do it yet. It is a pleasure and a privilege to speak with Justin Bieber.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I've got to say, I'm probably your only 48-year-old male Belieber fan here.
Oh, thanks, dude.
No, seriously, you know what? A number of years ago, one of my daughters, Isabella, who's here, she said, "Dad, you got to watch this DVD, Never Say Never." And I said, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll look at it." And I saw you playing the drums as a little fella.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And then I heard you sing, and then I saw, and I became a massive fan because obviously the world knew you, but I just thought you really are the real deal. You can actually do it all.
Thank you.
So it's genuinely a privilege for me to meet with you. I want to ask you.
I had to sit down because you were getting all serious. I was
no,
like, I don't want to be rude.
And yours. Well, I'll come back to that. But let me just ask you this: is this whole thing, like when we came up here to do the interview, and I see all the buzz and this craziness, really, is it what you thought it would be? This fame and this acclaim?
I never expected anything when I started. You know, I didn't have any expectations. Didn't know what this life was about. I was from a really small town in Canada, so it all happened really quickly, and there was no way for me to really adjust and know how to deal with it. So I handled some of the things in like a just not knowing how to handle it, and just finding myself. In this past couple of years, I've really honed into just something really special, and the music that I'm making is really special, and the people that I'm working with are awesome. So I've just I didn't know how to handle it, but I'm figuring it out now. It's getting better.
You're amazing at it, and I'm not being a sycophant. I genuinely
Yeah.
think for somebody like you to have had that level of fame and to be so normal. Before the interview started, several people out there said, "Oh, he's so cool, he's so relaxed, you can ask him anything, he'll have a laugh." And I've interviewed heaps of people, and it hasn't always been like that. You know, when you get a measure of fame, it does crazy things to you.
And it did. No, it did. I went through a phase where I was just like, people were taking advantage of me, people were like, I was losing trust in people, so I completely shut off, you know, and I was just like, I was in my own world and only cared about myself, and you know, that only leads to unhappiness. And I felt I always knew the guy that I was, and always like I was always this guy to be personable and be charismatic and have fun, but I felt like that was taken away from me. So now I just want to just be the best I can be, and sacrifice some of the things that I want for myself for what people want, because it's not all about you. And once people can understand that, and I think the world will be a way better place. Do
you wake up, you know, I mean, this is the weird thing. It's even unusual for me to chat with you because of the level of fame that you've achieved. But you're still a human being. You're still just a normal guy. Do you wake up in the middle of the night, and are you scared at times? Were you scared when you started to get a bit wobbly and you know, by your own admission, things?
I was never really scared. I always knew, like, I know my talent level, and I know how much drive I have. And I knew that during that time, it was just a space for me to just figure some stuff out. And I never, even when things were going downhill, I never was like, you know, this is it. I always, in the back of my head, I knew that I have so much more to give. And it was up to me when I wanted to take those steps to be the man that I wanted to be. And it just took some time. It took some surrounding myself with some pretty cool people, and brought me to the place where I'm at now, and I'm pretty happy.
You've got an amazing mum.
I do, yeah, she's awesome.
What I mean, again, surreal to have, you know, at 15, 16, the accolades you were getting, the attention you were getting, the kind of some of the negative attention you were getting. How would you describe your mum?
I would describe her as like the strongest woman that I know. Especially having to hear those things about your son. It must be hard. She raised me on her own, which is hard. And she moved away from everything she ever knew to come and help me pursue what I love, which just shows her character. And I love her so much. I miss her.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
Must have been hard for her, I mean, to tell you off at 16, 17, you know, like you're Justin Bieber, but to her, you're just her little boy.
Yeah. So it got a little tough, especially because, you know, you're a teenager, and just being a teenager, you don't want anything to do with your parents, right? But I was a teenager with millions of dollars in my bank account, so I just was like, you know, I kind of pushed her away and pushed away people in my family, and it was just because I don't know, everything was so much, I didn't really know how to handle it. So
well, she must be enormously proud of you, really, seriously,
Yeah.
the way you've turned out. You mentioned the money thing, and I'm not going to dwell on that, but it's pretty rare, you know, you're worth several $100 million. What would you say is the best part of having money?
just the freedom a part of it, and knowing I don't have to worry and stress about you know, finances. That's a big stress in an everyday person's life. Like, everyone stresses about money, and it's amazing to be able to not have to worry about that. But at the same time, I have to worry about a lot of things that normal people don't have to worry about. So it's like that counterbalance. Like, I don't have any freedom, I don't have any privacy, and a lot of people I know would say, oh, I would way rather have my privacy than have money, you know. And it's like,
actually, I was going to ask you that, Justin. If you could have a do-over and do your life again, would you go down the same path? I mean, or would you prefer actually to be anonymous and not have this?
You know what? I think I don't know, man. I love what I do, and I love it's challenging. It's tough at times, but I feel like God put me in this position for a reason, and he chose me for a reason because he knew that I could handle it. So, and that's always what my mom always told me, like, God wouldn't give you anything you can't handle. So I just try to think about that when things get tough.
I love that, and you know, I'm a Christian, and sometimes in this place of work, you know, I do broadcasting, radio and TV and stuff, you know, and so you say you're a Christian. In New Zealand's a particularly secular country as well, and people bag you, you know, they're sort of like, oh, you know, he's a God bother, he's a Bible basher, whatever it is, or you do some. I read a quote once, I thought it was brilliant. It said, Christians are damned on only two occasions: one, when they practice what they preach, and two, when they don't. You know, which is pretty much all the time. Do you feel it's dangerous? Have you ever felt like, you know, by honoring God and even saying that, people roll their eyes and go, here he goes again?
I think that, I think Jesus is a touchy subject as well. And I think I don't know, it's crazy because of how much the world is opened up to other stuff in the world, and how closed-minded they are about that. And I think that whatever you believe, you should be able to share that and not feel condemned, or not feel like people are judging you for that. And that's just what I believe, and I'm never the person to throw it in people's face. I'm never the person to be like, hey, you should do this, or you should be this, because I think everyone's on their own journey. But for me, I just, that's what I believe.
Perfect.
So,
I love that. Do you get to a level that you're at where you're immune to criticism, or does it hurt still? I'm not immune. Certain things don't bother me anymore, just because I've heard them so many times. It's just like, hearing it again is nothing new. But there's certain things that I'm like, guys, like, why would you? I don't know. I still get sensitive about I loved watching you on the MTV Awards. You know, you sung and you danced. I mean, incredible, and it was absolutely incredible. And of course, everybody's, you know, talked about you dissolving into tears at the end of it. But I don't know you from a bar of soap, would never claim that. But I could see straight away it still means a lot to you to have that reaction from your peers. Meant the world to you.
For sure. And a lot of people were thinking, like, was that real? Was that a publicity stunt? And it was genuine. It was a moment for me that was so special, to get that recognition from the people again, to get that recognition from my peers, and to know that all of the work that I've been doing for the past few years is working out for the best. So it's been a good year for me, for sure.
I love it. Okay, a couple more quick questions. You got plenty of tattoos now.
Yep.
What's your favorite tattoo on your body?
My favorite tattoo on my body, I'd have to go with, I really like this cross on my chest here.
Oh yeah, wow.
This cross is really sweet. And then I have,
I put that down. My daughter's in the room.
This eye is my mom's eye. So
that's beautiful.
That's really cool. And then she can see me. No, she can't.
Oh.
Right? I don't know.
Keep the arm bent.
Yeah.
We're with Justin Bieber. It's a fascinating chat and a fascinating, lovely, lovely man. We're back in a moment, but right now this is Justin Bieber. What do you mean at More? This is More FM. Justin Bieber, what do you mean? And he's in the studio with us. Amazing guy. I'm loving this. Loving this very, very much. Justin, you know, so much has been said about you. I'm just wondering if I can flick through a couple of rumors and you just go true or false, or tell me to naff off. Okay. Okay.
Is this stuff that we want to bring back up though?
Yeah, you know, this is it's good rumors.
All right, cool.
That you and Will Smith are best buddies, and he's your mentor, and you speak to him once a week.
I did for a period, and kind of stopped. Still love the guy and stuff, but we just like, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, but he's still an awesome guy. I really look up to him.
Brilliant. Your haircuts cost $750 a time.
No.
Okay, just checking. You're sponsored by Calvin Klein, and you never wear the same underpants twice.
That's true.
Get out.
That's true.
Give me your old ones.
All right.
One of your good friends betrayed you by selling a personal photograph. I won't go into the photo, but they sold it for $40,000.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think it is.
I hope not. You have Kim Kardashian on speed dial.
No, I don't.
You have a crush on Beyonce.
I do.
Good.
Yeah.
You saw me on Dancing with the Stars, and you were delighted when I won it.
Very, yes. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, mate.
That's true.
You speak fluent French?
Not fluent, but I speak pretty well. I can understand, and I can speak broken.
Could you say anything to me in French?
Je peux parler en français. Qu'est-ce que tu fais aujourd'hui?
Good enough. Gee, I'm a guy, and I nearly fell for you there. And if you weren't a singer, you would be an architect. True or false?
I would be a what?
An architect. That's what I read somewhere.
Yeah. Well, when I was really young, I really liked that stuff, and my dad builds houses and stuff, so I wanted to design the houses and design the buildings and stuff.
Cool. Like, we've only got another couple of minutes. Yes, so just very quickly, is there a person in the world that you haven't met yet that if I said to you, you could spend an hour with this person, who would you choose?
Ooh. Probably like, an hour with. Dead or alive or what?
No, alive.
I don't know. Let me take a second here.
No, good. Take your time.
Jim Carrey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising. And has the whole journey for you, the Justin Bieber journey, has it been worth it? I mean, you only know Justin Bieber, it's who you are, but has it been worth it?
It has been worth it, yeah. I mean, through it all, I've figured out myself, you know, and I think that if I was back home, who knows what trouble I would have been in, and and how, I don't know if I would have got out the same. I've always been a little bit of a troublemaker. So.
And what would you like people to say about you?
I just want them to appreciate my heart and appreciate the, I'm just genuine, and I've always been genuine. Even when I was, you know, going through it, I stayed true to what I believed, and sometimes it got me in trouble, but I'm always the same guy. You'll always see me the same guy, and I'm never going to change, so.
And you know what? I really believe that. Justin Bieber, thank you very, very much for your time. I've thoroughly enjoyed every second of it.
Thank you.
That is Justin Bieber with Sean Gary. This is More FM.